I'm Dominique Lopez.
And I'm TJ Collins.
And this is the Lancer Playbook. This is our second episode.
Yes, and today we have a special one. We got Mr. Ethan Hubbell in today, leading the team in receiving yards. I think you were tied for receiving touchdowns, I think. 17.7 yards per catch, something crazy. Deshaun Jackson numbers. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. So I just said Deshaun Jackson numbers. Who were some of the people you model your game after? Because you were Mr. Big Play when we needed it.
Honestly, I love Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. They're like my two idols. They're in the league right now and they're doing great.
Okay. And then as a kid, who you trying to model your game after?
As a kid, I didn't really watch much NFL, but my dad really put me on Julian Edelman and Cooper Kupp, smaller guys that are shifty and that could run good routes.
Yeah, some slot guys. Okay, you see it in your play a lot. So I kind of want to get. Oh, actually, let me ask you one more question. If you could have one quarterback, we were talking about Tom Brady earlier. If you could have one quarterback to throw you a pass, who would it be?
That's hard because there's so many great quarterbacks. Honestly, I'm in the new era, and I love Mahomes.
Okay.
He's a great quarterback. He make it happen, so I'll pick him.
You done with the 90s. I'm with you on that. We done with the 90s over here, too. All right, so we're going to get off. You had an explosive first half of the season, you know. What was it? Your first game, you had an 80-yard touchdown, and then the second game, 85 yards, another 65-yard touchdown. Third game, 187 yards, a 52-yard touchdown. What about the first couple of games just clicking within the offense? Even though y'all lost, I think you lost the first game, but y'all were bounced back immediately with like a 60-3 win. What about that just got your team going immediately off the rip?
I'll be honest, me and my quarterback, Max Grizel, we had a really good connection, and we clicked with Reggie, our offensive coordinator, and we honestly knew the plays that we were going to run, and we executed it really well. So that's the main part.
Yeah, and I called him Big Reg one time. I'm not going to lie, because I was, when we were talking about the MC in the spring game, I called him. I was like, can I call you Big Reg? He was like, I guess. I was like, all right, bro, my bad. But
so that's what you said during the game?
Yeah, I did call him Big Reg over the mic.
He's not big, though.
He's not big, bro. He's just, it's the name, bro. Big Reg, I'm not calling him big. Shout out to Coach Reggie. But anyway, back to it. Like you said, you had Gristle at the beginning of the game, or beginning of the season. What about y'all's two connection was kind of special?
Honestly, he was one of my closer friends, and we clicked. He was a gray shirt, and I was a gray shirt, so we kind of developed together, and it was a really good connection going through our freshman year together.
Mm-hmm.
And playing your first year here, you had a quarterback that was injured, and you had to rely on Xavier Buckles for the first time. What was that transition like, and how did you, bring confidence to yourself in that game?
It was honestly hard because I was a freshman and he was a freshman, so the connection was kind of shaky in the beginning because we didn't get to know each other until this year more. And I would say as the game's gone on, I started to develop a better connection. It was hard in the beginning, but now that I talked and now that we built that chemistry, we're a lot better.
I see. And you guys played together in the bowl game?
Yeah, in the spring game. It was good. We started off slow, but it is what it is. This is just a warm-up game to the season.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. And it was a nice little warm-up, though, because the spring game, you did have a nice, I think it might have been like 40 yards, 50-yard catch.
Like
Almost took it to the house. I almost took it to the Baja. I was rooting for you on the sideline, but that was a nice little intro to it. Like you were talking about you and Buckles' connection, you said earlier that y'all going to go practice after this, run routes. What kind of leadership did Buckles kind of show when he got into that role? Because, again, you're a freshman. I think, is Buckles also a freshman?
He's a true freshman.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's a true freshman. This is his first year playing, 19 years old or something like that. So what was it like in that huddle, kind of trying to get him to get his confidence, but also, like, being, the more seasoned player there almost,
Well, he's actually like a true leader. He's really good at being vocal, and he tells us what we should do, when we should do. And for me, I just have to echo what he says. And he's the leader, and I just follow after him, to be honest.
And another leader on your team is, the leader of the team, actually, Coach Tucker, But being on a defensive-minded team as Coach Tucker's, how was it, going through the season? Y'all kind of had a lot of ups and downs in games. Every game was a battle. I loved it personally. It was great games. But every game was a battle. Y'all showed your true color, like you were resilient. How was it on the offensive side of that just trying to stay true to, especially on the passing side. Not everything will click sometimes, sometimes misreads. Sometimes, the offense just doesn't click. It's just not in your control. How is it trying to keep that throughout the game?
It's hard, we have these ups and downs, we have picks, we have pick sixes. It's always about the next play, being better than what we were the play before. It just, we just got to keep on winning, that's the whole mindset, every down, every play. So that's the whole thing that matters.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a certain teammate that you know that you can turn to in the middle of a challenging game?
Yeah, I have a couple. Definitely on the defensive side, we have Gabe Suleiman. He's a great defender. I know how to. Yeah, he's tough. Yeah, he knows how to get a tackle. Cameron Mitchell. When I'm getting double teamed or bracketed, he could help me out. Dom Inienzo, our running back, great running back, and then especially Xavier. He's a great quarterback, and I know when we get through the tough times, he'll lead us through the promised lands.
And you had a lot of big plays that gave the running team a break, but you had Noah Triplett last year as well. So how was that kind of being on his team? I called him little mini Cam Scatterboo. That man was going through everybody. How was it seeing the run game progress, going crazy, knowing that, all right, at one point they're going to let up, and that's when I'm really going to capitalize?
Well, like you said, he's a tough guy. He's like Cam Scatterboo. He'll run through anybody. Throughout the whole season, he was taking hits left and right, and he got back up every time. So seeing that resilience made us, make us more resilient ourselves.
And as a receiver, sometimes it's hard to stay in the game the whole time because not every play is designed for you, and even plays that are designed for you may not go your way. But you stayed in the biggest game of the year, when it came down to the Golden State Bowl game. We needed a big play. We were down, what was it, 6 points, 7 points, somewhere around there. And we needed a big play. You got a 75-yard touchdown. What was it? 70, 75, something?
I thought it was like 50 or something.
Was it 50?
It was around there, yeah.
I just remember it was crazy. It was big, crazy play. But it was at the end of the game, it was a tough game. Not everything was going correct in the passing game. How do you yourself stay so locked in, knowing that, like, hey, at some point my chance will come, but I really have to time it?
Yeah, it's kind of hard for a receiver because we want the ball every play. But knowing it's a team sport, we have to continue to fight for it, like, as a team. So when my name gets called, I'm ready. Like, I'm gonna run 100 yards if you need me to run 100 yards.
Thank you for coming in today. We had a lot of fun here having you on the Lancer Playbook. Dom, you want to say anything?
Thank you for coming and continuing for the second episode. Guys, this is also my last episode here before I transfer over to Cal State Northridge. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, and continue for more because TJ here is going to be carrying it on.
Indubitably, we will carry on the Lancer Playbook pride. We got this. Be looking for Dom at CISA. We know she'll be doing big things. Be looking for Ethan Hubbell. We're going to be doing some big things.
Yes,
Lancer Studios. You'll be able to watch the live streams if you're not able to make it to the game. Try to come out to the game if you can. If you can, check the Lancer Studios and the Lancer Playbook for recaps. So thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Go Lancers.
Go Lancers.